Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Kat. For those who are new here, I'm a wife, a homeschool mom, and an avid reader. This week I am setting up my journal and my planner for the year. I use the bullet journal method, kind of. I use a lot of aspects of it, but I also draw a lot of my spreads, and I don't really use the daily tracker the way that the creator kind of intended, but I use it how it works best for me. And so with that, I will have a quick flip through of my old journal and my new journal in just a moment, and then I'll do end this episode with a kind of just watching me draw the spreads if you're interested. If not, feel free to watch my flip through and move on with life. Some of the supplies that I did use was these Staedtler Tri Plus. This is the Daydream color scheme. It's got 6 markers in it. These 3 are 0.3 fine liners. So they just have this, let's see, very thin felt tip point. And they're in a green color, a peachy color, and a dark gray. And then it comes with 2.7 ballpoint pens. So they're just regular ballpoint pens. And those are in a light blue and a dark purple. And then finally it has a highlighter in this pink color. And along with that, I went through my Tombow pens, or my Tombow brush tip pens, and got colors that kind of matched in those. This orange is really more of an orange than the peachy here, but it worked well for my journal. Also, I use, just a standard drawing pencil. This one is the 4H by Tombow. An eraser, whiteout, because I will make mistakes. And then for accent colors or colors that aren't really in this palette, but that I want like for my bookshelves when I draw those in my spreads, I've been using this set of Bright Ideas. I like this set, the Bright Ideas set, because unlike the Tombow, even though my paper is thicker, they ghost through to the next page, and you'll see that maybe in some of my spreads. But so far, the one color I have used so far of this Bright Ideas, it had not. I just got this for my birthday after I had drawn some of my other spreads, so I haven't gone through these colors to see which will go best with this pack. A few other common supplies would be rulers. I was using a penknife in one, scissors, and then of course always stickers. I am a sticker washi tape fanatic, and so they will often appear in these types of videos that I do. Here's a peek at my 2021 to 2022 journal. As you can tell, it's been well used this year. This one was a Tombow one I had. I never made my title page, oops, nor did I ever fill in my 2021 goals from my previous journal. But here we see some of the series I had in progress at the time, and this is part of the reason I added a second page, is because throughout time I added lots of series and just needed some more room, and I didn't like that this ended up looking a little haphazard. This was just a quick at a glance just for 6 months here. And then I have September stuff along with my books here. And at the time I was trying to keep track of water, exercise, and my number of steps, along with some other personal stats. And then here we just have some weeklies. And then October, which I'm noticing I never crossed my T. Again, October's books and October's personal stats. And then weeklies. November, the same. This one, I had my monthly stuff. Then I had my books. And this one, I had realized that I really wasn't keeping up with those personal stats, so I was going to do a Christmas present spread, which I never did. I just had them on sticky notes. November's weeklies. Then December, again my books, and I never did anything on this page. Followed by my weeklies for that month. I had planned to do a year review and then have a 2022 page. As you can tell, I never filled those in, but I did set my goals here. After I did this, I really liked the setup and the kind of thought process that went into this, so that's what I repeated for 2022 and 2023. The only difference is I put them at the front so I don't have to have sticky notes throughout marking my spots. January's monthlies. Again, here I had my books separated out and nothing on this page. And then my weeklies for January. Then February, I started putting my books on my monthly page. It just really helped to cut down on how much I was using, or how many blank pages I was leaving in my journal. And then all the weeklies. Then March, monthly, along with my books and a place to write my goals. This really helped me to keep those goals in the forefront. And all the weeklies. April, and it had all the goals. During April, I did not record my books out, which I did not like, and it caused some problems in keeping track of books, but these are all my weeklies. During April, you'll notice I kind of, instead of doing a totally different spread each week, I kind of standardized for that month. At this point, I have another at a glance for 8 months. And so that's why in my 2022-2023, I went ahead and just marked out the full year. May's monthly. And again, you'll see a standardized weekly spread with just a few differences between the weeks. This sped up my time for drawing spreads. It also helped keep me with something a little bit standard. This is June. As you can see, I brought my books back in. And this is another thing I kind of standardized, was the look of the monthly, just to help myself out. Here are the weeklies. Again, there were some differences week to week, but the standardization of the weeklies just helped keep me with a quick to draw spread. And then here is July. And again, I changed the layout of the weekly, but it is somewhat standardized. And that is where this journal ends currently. So this is the journal that I'm going to be using for this next year. It's an Artist Loft Artist Level 2. I had not seen this Level 2 one before. Some of the things I liked about it is that it's slightly thicker paper. It does still have the elastic closure, but it also has this elastic band to hold your pen. All right, let's take a look inside. So it just has this nice cover page, and then it has a couple pages for contents and then your key. This is going to be the cover for my 22 through 23 journal. I tend to run mine, at least for the last couple of years, from August to July. And that just happened one year because that's when I ran out of pages. Here we have my At a Glance for the next 12 months. Then I have my 2022 goals and my 2023 goals. My series in progress. And then this will be a page to add some more series if I need them, or inevitably I have left off series. I know I have, I just don't know what they are off the top of my head. So I'll have extra room for those. Then here I have my list of crochet projects that I will, or a place to record crochet projects that I will be doing from August through next July. This probably will not be enough, but it's at least a start, and I'll add another one if I need to. Then I have August's cover page, and I did something really scary for me, and I actually cut this page down in size a little bit so that I can see my goals, what I plan on putting on YouTube, along with my TBR for the month. Then when I flip, here I have the calendar overview for the month of August, a place for my notes, and then all of my books that I read during August, along with a place to kind of help me keep track of some stats that my story graph does not do in a way that I personally like. Here I'm just drawing my cover page for 2022 and 2023. This is just a simple wreath made of leaves a book stack, and then I will add the 2022 through 2023 label. Here I am doing my at a glance page. This is a very simple calendar, and then the dates written down the side so that I can go back and add in information as I need to. At first, you'll notice that I skip over spaces. I was originally thinking about possibly alternating colors, but then changed my mind and just did everything in gray. This will be my goals pages. I'll have one page specifically for 2022 goals and one for 2023 goals. This was a setup that I brought over from my 2021-2022 bullet journal. I just really liked how it split up my goal to have a spot for the end result, the steps to get there, and then what the purpose of that goal was. This is the page for my crochet projects. I have several blankets or other projects that I make for others, and this will just be a spot where I can keep track of the information for it. Some of the stuff that I keep track of is the recipient and the due date, the pattern name or source, the hook size, along with notes about the yarn brand, color, and lot numbers. This page is where I will keep track of any series that I have in progress, along with the release date for the next book in the series if they're incomplete series. This is my August cover page. As you can see, I am just drawing those those leaves in the wreath again. This time I did add some little like daisies into it, and different from the last page is instead of coloring these in, I just did a color outline. Here I am setting up my main August pages. On this page will be my goals, my YouTube content, and my TBR, along with my notes and information about the books I read, along with my tracking for that. On the page facing it will be my August calendar. Here I'm cutting a Dutch door on my cover page so that I can see my goals, YouTube content, and my TBR for the month. All right, friends, there you have it. There is the setup of my new bullet journal for 2022 through 2023. Thank you so much for those who have hung out this long. I appreciate it so much. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe. I'll see you soon.